So you're at the stage where you want to put in some quizzes into your course. In order to do that, what you have to do is go to the control panel and click on Quizzes and Surveys. Now here you can see all the exams I have in my ELA A10 course, but in order for you to do it, what you have to do is go to the question database, and here's where you can enter in all of your questions for the course. You can see that these are all my questions that I have for the entire course. You can break them into smaller folders if you want. I just have all of them here because then I can pick and choose them for finals from the whole list. As well, when you make the name of the question, you might want to make it pretty specific so you know what it is without having to reread all the questions. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is within the question database, you can add questions. And if you go to the right side, under the Actions menu, you can add a multiple choice, a matching, calculated, short answer, or paragraph question. And you can follow along with the options here. They're pretty self-explanatory. Once you put a question in here, it'll be on this list. And then what you can do, if you go back one step, is create a quiz. Now I'm just going to make a temporary quiz like that. Go to create. Oh, I've already got one. Let's call it like that. Temporary 2. Now you can see it's in my quiz list. From here, if I click on that test on the right side again, I can add questions. I can add a set of questions. I can add question alternates. That means if the student does a test twice, the questions may not necessarily be the same. So if I go to add questions, all the questions that are in my database I can choose from. So I can choose any of the questions from here and throw it into this test. So let me just pick one at random here, that one. Or you can see down here I can create a new one if there isn't one that I need in this list. I can just create a new one. Add selected, and there's my first one. I can select this and click on add question alternates. That way, like I said before, if a student does this exam more than once, it may choose the alternate question, which is better because then students who are sitting side by side may not necessarily have the same quiz. If you click on Edit Quiz Settings, you can see all the options you have available to you to tweak it. Your selective release, should you want it on here. Submission message. This is kind of important. Email submission. Send a copy of each student's submission by email to you. Put in your email address. That way, when the test is done, you'll get an email saying that this student has completed this exam. That way you're not having to constantly check your notes to see if anybody has done it. This way you'll be notified. As well, down here, release column, you can adjust any of these to make it how you want it. If you want the mark to be automatically released to the gradebook, you can do that. Release it to the student, you can probably do that too if you want. That would probably be the one you want. And again, you click on update and it's done. Now, once you have that quiz made, if you go into your course, you can place it in your course wherever you want. For example, I have my first quiz here with my 5th assignment in my first module. All you have to do on the right side is add quiz and insert it. Then when this when the student gets to that place in the course, they click on the quiz, they do the quiz. Once it's graded, it'll be automatically released to the gradebook and you'll get an email. Everything will be how you want it set up. This doesn't really explain everything in great detail, but it'll give you the overall process of how it all works. So hopefully this will give you enough to get started.